news and bad news.
What's the good news?
Who is this?
Yoshi, what's the bad news?
Oh, wait. That was the bad news.
Then what's the good news?
You goats are weird. I like it.
Happy 2026, everyone, and yeah, I'm late. I really am late. Sorry about that. Look, it's just lack of motivation, guys. It's not that I don't want to make any more videos, it's just, I've been doing a lot of stuff recently, and I didn't have the time. Plus, I'm starting to get into drawing again. But now, I am back, I'm ready to do more videos, and I'm ready to put my piece out there. So, in terms of animation, there's a lot of animated movies that is coming out in 2026. I think there's a lot more in 2025, but I really do not want to check out the lineup of 2025 because there's a certain movie that is just dead to me. It shall not be named, but I'm just telling you this right now. So, I will tell you some things that will get showcased, or at least that I will talk about on this channel before it gets a theatrical release. And one of those movies is getting so close of being released as of right now. Actually, by the time you're watching this, GOAT is right around the corner, or it's already released. And you're watching this to say, what's my thoughts about it? Well, the thing is, it hasn't been released yet, but there's so far only 2 reviews have been released that I just saw. So if I don't put in my own thoughts about what's my thoughts on the trailers and whatnot, I'll certainly miss my chance. And I gotta seize my moment, or else something like this won't happen again. So I'll do my trailer thoughts on GOAT, alongside the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm just gonna say this right now. Wouldn't it be more better if it actually went to Super Mario Sunshine Galaxy, or Super Mario Sunshine movie, or Super Mario World movie? Don't you think Galaxy would be like the final stage of the saga? I mean, I guess so, just to stay true to the quote.
There's a huge universe out there with a lot of galaxies.
They could have just saved that for this movie, but did they really have to use it in the first movie? I mean, it's not a bad quote, but, just save it for the right timing. So in this video, we're going to talk about 2 trailers, about GOAT and the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Galaxy movie. Let's start with the one that I'm actually interested in seeing, and that is,
Goat!
Now, for GOAT, this is made by the same people who made K-Pop Demon Hunters and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, even though this says Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, but you know exactly what I'm saying. They took for what they learned on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Mitchell's vs. Machines, which I like to call Connected because it has double meaning, and K-Pop Demon Hunters. They applied it to GOAT. So, what's a synopsis of the film? It's about a goat named Will that aspires to be a basketball player. Look, I actually forgot what the game is called, but I might try sorry. It's that inspires to be a basketball player. It's to be inspired to one of its greatest heroes, Jet Fillmore. And I actually find out that it's actually Roar Ball. But Will Harris, yes, Harris is his last name, he later find out that achieving his dream is not going to be easy because, well, he's a kid. And by kid, he's small. But then against all odds, he managed to get his spot with all the other big leagues. He team ups with Jet Fillmore, his idol that happens to be a female. I'm pretty sure Complete Animation is gonna have a fun time with her. Well, admiring her looks. There's Lenny, the giraffe, where he actually were unique looking. I'm not gonna lie. Artie happens to be, well, the father figure. As in father, he means he raises 2 children, and I forgot to mention that Lenny does have a hard time focusing. Next, we have Olivia, that's way too focused on people's screens.
Whatever the heck he is. Green time. Oh no. And Moto, whatever the heck he is. It's just...
Sorry about that. Quite embarrassing. Okay. Now this is clearly a basketball movie due to me saying it. The most famous basketball animated movie is Space Jam, and I never really watched Space Jam, nor I got into it. If anything, I'm more of a Looney Tunes back in action kid, despite the former getting a sequel in 2021 during the pandemic, and everyone hated it. Yeah, it was clear as a product of its time. But unlike Space Jam, where it's literally a product of its time, GOAT might be different. And I can sense a great story in GOAT. It's basically an underdog story, and he wants to prove he can be on par with the big leagues. And I think he wants to make his mother proud. Just by looking at the world, this is clearly, well, it's very coincidental, but if you watch Zootopia, this shouts deja vu. But unlike the world of Zootopia and Zootopia 2, where in the first Zootopia, they're focused only on mammals, where in Zootopia 2, they've now been introduced reptiles into the mix. So if you watch the end credits of Zootopia 2, I'm not going to spoil, but so far, the world of Zootopia is slowly expanding, with not just mammals, but reptiles too. Here, even though it is a world of animals, this is more akin of Sony's style. Their animation style that they took from Spider-Verse, K-pop Demon Hunters, and Mitchells. Which, again, I like to call connected. You can tell how the animators fell in love with the animation. And even though Zootopia did hint it, in GOAT, they introduced that there are birds in this universe. And I just want to point this out that what Olivia is doing is totally inaccurate. It's all based on a myth. But despite all of this, will I see this film? Honestly, yes. Despite Sony's current track record where Sony is better than Pixar, but I am a Pixar fan, so far, this is something that Pixar would have made. I'm not saying that they would. I'm just saying that they could have did this, but it was made by Sony. I actually do like what GOAT is going for, and I appreciate it. So, I think it will be nice to actually see this on the big screen. I think it's worth my money onto it. So, Will Harris, your skills managed to sell me. I will see how you do on the big how you do in the game on the big screen. So, I hope you do better than Space Jam, and who knows, you might even surpass it, not just critic-wise, but please be timeless. So, what do we have next on our list?
It's me, Mario. Oh, for the love of...
Now, I need you to remember this. I love the Mario games. He's one of the best video game characters or video game things ever made. I completed Super Mario Galaxy, the first one. I do remember I did beat Super Mario Galaxy 2. I beat in Super Mario 3D Land, Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario Odyssey, and I even beat in the original Super Mario 64. All 120 stars. You're gonna have to take my word for it. So, you might be wondering, as a Mario fan who actually did, I will admit I didn't enjoy the first film, but my biggest problem about this film for me, it's just, how do I put this?
What? What am I looking at here?
As you may know, in case you haven't seen it, I already did a video on Illumination as a whole, and I'm just gonna say this right now. I really do think Illumination's just a generic company that doesn't try, and whenever they do try, they just went back to their old ways because they know that they're gonna succeed by playing it safe. And my point still stands to this day. As stated before, most of the film catalogs of Illumination is just... it's just a mixed bag. You got some bangers like the Despicable Me franchise, 1, 2, and 3. Minions is just alright. Saying they really should have made humans instead of talking animals, though since they are animals and they finally did debut in a theme park, so maybe making them animals might be worth it. I don't know. The Sea Life of Pets 1 and 2 are not bad, but they could have been better movies if it had better execution and the main protagonist would have been a cat than a dog, because a dog replacing a dog doesn't make sense, but a dog replacing a cat certainly does make sense. And as for the Dr. Seuss films, the Lorax has been botched and the Grinch is just corporate. It's just a pure definition of an unnecessary film. Mario and Luigi find Yoshi in one of the desert levels from Super Mario Odyssey. I actually forgot the names of it. Sorry, it's been a long time that I played Super Mario Odyssey. Soon the brothers and the dinosaur would team up with Princess Peach and Toad to save the galaxy from Bowser Jr. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this.
From the ashes of his father's defeat rises a new conqueror. The Bowser name shall be feared once more.
Okay, whose idea was this?
Oh, Miyamoto, you just had to go with Illumination. Out of all the anime studios, you had to choose Illumination? Have you seen their track record? Would it be more better if you went with Pixar? I'm a Pixar fan. Any anime studio would do it. Even Disney Animation or DreamWorks Animation would have done a better job. Even Sony Animation would have done a better job. But Illumination? Why? Was it because all that?
This is a journey into money. Loads of money.
Yeah, in case you haven't figured it out, I'm not really excited for this one. I wanted the Mario movie to be Illumination's magnum opus, but it didn't. Therefore, I am not hopeful for the Mario Galaxy movie. I don't see any hope of Mario or Luigi succeeding Gru and the Minions anytime soon. It succeeded with Despicable Me, and I just don't see myself finding it. But, like the previous film, the animation looks absolutely gorgeous. But an animation cannot save the story's script or characters. It's just visual candy. I am a Mario fan, but since I'm not a huge fan of Illumination, here's what I think about here's what I think about the story of the Mario Galaxy movie as of right now.
This is bad. No, this is badly bad. No, this is as bad as bad gets. Man, this is not good.
And you know what? As the Mario Brothers said it best themselves for the first film and the sequel.
Love the colors.
It's trash.
Yeah, and I know Rosalina did show up for at least at the end of the first teaser, but I don't think it's worth showing. Hold up. Alright, it's out. So, I'm not watching a Mario Galaxy movie in theaters, because if I do, I'm giving Illumination money, and I want them to learn their lesson and stop being safe and start taking more risks. So, that's what I thought about GOAT and the Mario Brothers movie. What do you think? Do you disagree or agree with my opinions? Let me know. And that's all the time that I have this video. As always, I am Jim TD, and I bid you all farewell.